Assalamu alaikum guys, keep calm. This video is not about how Jordanians taught me to be confident. It's about what Jordanians taught me about confidence. I am not gonna lie, I am about the least confident person that you're gonna meet, which might sound funny coming from your YouTube screen, but it's literally easier speaking to a camera than speaking to some of my oldest friends. But since being in Jordan, I've learned a lot more about confidence and what it takes to be confident and how to be more comfortable in your own skin. So I want to dive straight in and talk about an interesting encounter I had way back in 2016 or something when I was teaching an advanced conversation class in English. And for some reason the word narcissism came up and I was trying to explain what a narcissist is. And I just did it in the most clumsy, cat-handed way possible. And I was saying something like, Yani, somebody who loves themselves, you wouldn't go around saying, oh, I love myself so much. And the room went silent and they were looking at me like suddenly I was speaking Dutch or something. You don't go around saying how much you love yourself and talking about yourself and bigging yourself up all the time. And still silence. And I kept stumbling over this for a few minutes and I really felt like, oh, I've lost control of this classroom completely. Like, what's going on? We're not speaking the same language anymore. Until one girl raises her hand and she's like, I love myself. What's wrong with that? And then I was the one who went silent and I didn't know what I was meant to answer to that, and they all start chipping in like, yeah, I love myself too, I love myself, what's the problem? Why is this a negative word? And I really didn't know what to say, and it was just such a moment of like revelation where I had shown myself as not only to be ignorant of the culture, I had also shown myself as being really insecure. Without meaning to, I had just revealed to this classroom of basically strangers that I really have no confidence in myself and I don't really love myself, which was weird. It was a really weird moment and I will never forget that moment. It was such a culture shock between, how I'm raised as a British person, that you have to be very demure and you don't big yourself up. And I don't know what British people would say on the subject of like self-love. And bearing in mind, this is all before the whole social media love yourself kind of fad. It's just ingrained in us that you put yourself down all the time. You apologise all the time. I mean, the British are known for apologising all the time. We apologise for breathing. We apologise for existing. And the Arabs don't. They're healthy. They already had this whole self-love thing. They don't need a fad on social media to tell themselves to love yourself and to take care of yourself, because they already do. Hey guys, this little bunny woke up all alone, so he's with me now. And I paused the camera and I see that there's a plant like growing out of the back of my head. That looks, should I just move that? It looks really weird, doesn't it? Okay, now it's like beside me, right? Okay. So, where was I? If you know anything about Arabs, you know that they take a lot of pride in the way that they look and the way that they present themselves to each other, to society, even inside their own home. And somebody who comes from like quite a rural background, we've got, farmers in the family, grew up with summers on the farm, and not really caring about that kind of stuff. I found it quite oppressive. When I first got here, I found so much pressure in how you look and looking good. And as well, girls take a lot of selfies, boys take selfies too. People take a lot of selfies and they're not embarrassed about that, and I feel like a huge sense of shame to take a picture of myself. Again, irony on YouTube. I'm trying to get over it, I'll get to that at the end. So, yeah, I found a lot of pressure to look good, to wear the right clothes, to present myself in the right way. But in time, that stopped feeling oppressive and it actually started feeling really liberating. Because I didn't come from this society and this culture where that is the norm, I found it was something completely new to me. And actually on days when I haven't brushed my hair and I have got poop and puke all over me, not my own, and I go to the shops looking like I'm completely homeless, those are the days when I'm not taking care of myself. I mean, how obvious could it be? That's so obvious, but it wasn't to me before. And it's not just about taking pride in yourself, it's about being respectful for those around you and being caring for those around you. I mean, no one wants to look at a greasy head. So it's a way of saying, I care about myself, I care about you, and it's kind of like an orderly kind of way of living your life, I suppose. And this thing with taking selfies as well, like, why do I feel like there's some kind of shame in that? There's no shame in taking your own photo in the best lighting, the best position for yourself, to capture what you look like in that moment. There's no shame in that. And actually the real shame is when you grow up and you grow old and you want to look back at pictures of yourself and you find that no one else is taking pictures of you and you don't have any selfies and you wish that you could just remember what you looked like. So I say take the pictures. I say wear your best clothes and look your best. I also say if you need to wear pyjamas and not brush your hair, do that as well. But this Jordanian society that is all about looks and appearances, you know, it's not all bad. There's actually some really positive things in there. And I like to think that I have grown as a person for trying to embrace the inner fashionista. No, I don't have any fashionista in me. But trying to embrace the idea of being confident and loving yourself. That's all I've got for today, but if you would like to have a discussion about this, I would be very interested to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And yeah, I hope you have a lovely week. Bye.